Sawadee krap, I'm JP Mestanza, and it's Wednesday, June 25th. You're watching Phuket Xtra, brought to you by pdcphuket.com. Phuket police are tightening security island-wide after an early morning checkpoint in neighboring Phang Nga province intercepted a car carrying an improvised bomb, reportedly headed for Phuket. Officers stopped a black Honda City near Phang Nga Provincial Hall at about 3:30 a.m. on Tuesday and arrested the driver, 29-year-old Muhammad Wading, and passenger, 27-year-old Suleiman Gasa, both from the southern border province of Pattani. Hidden among their clothing and bedding was a stopwatch wired to a circuit board packed with explosive material. The pair admitted that they were paid to ferry the vehicle from Songkhla province through 5 southern provinces and then on to Phuket. Phuket Provincial Police Commander Major General Sinlert Sukum convened an emergency briefing ordering every station on the island to raise its alarm level in line with Region 8 directives. Extra police patrols now cover Phuket Old Town, Patong's nightlife zone, main beaches around the island, and the Thachat Chai Bridge entry, where vehicles and IDs face deeper scrutiny. Authorities stress that cooperative surveillance by police, military, and local officials has kept Phuket free of major security incidents in recent years, and that they intend to maintain that record. Visitors are unlikely to notice more than routine checkpoints, but residents are urged to report unattended bags or unusual activity to the 191 hotline immediately. That's 191. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. With appointments backed up to July, hundreds of drivers still choose to pay a quick fine over possession of a valid driver's license. Are checkpoints fixing the problem or exposing a broken system? Phuket police are tightening the screws on unlicensed driving, now the island's top traffic offense. In one widely shared case, a local motorist was fined 1,000 baht at a Wichit checkpoint for an expired license, even though he had booked a slot to renew his license 16 days before it lapsed. The earliest appointment available at the Phuket Land Transport Office is 3 months away. The PLTO chief, Adcha Buachang, concedes that wait times are overwhelming, with only 300 to 400 applications processed daily, and says requests to open more branches remain stalled in Bangkok. Between April 18th and May 15th, police logged 5,058 violations. 3,995 were for driving without a license. From January 1st to May 21st, the island recorded 42 road deaths, down sharply from this time last year, a drop that authorities credit to constant checkpoints and helmet campaigns. Still, Deputy Provincial Commander, Police Colonel Patsakon Sontikun, notes that Russian nationals and other tourists often crash rental bikes without proper permits. A safety app due in August will track 197 registered rental agencies and 2,000 vehicles. If an unlicensed driver is caught, both the rider and the shop will be flagged in real time. The license point system, launched in 2023, continues. Up to 4 points can be docked for drunk or reckless driving, but it cannot touch motorists with no license at all. Police Colonel Patsakon is pushing for a dedicated traffic court, arguing that higher fines, court time, and possible deportation would deter repeat offenders. Far better than on-the-spot payments. Until capacity expands and penalties bite, he warns many drivers will keep choosing a small fine over a proper license, leaving Phuket's roads and its tourism image at risk. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Police pulled 25,000 meth pills from a Mai Khao hideout as Phuket drug arrests jumped 10% over the last fiscal year. Phuket police say that drug use is on the rise. Phuket's fight against narcotics is intensifying, as new data show drug arrests up 10.6% this fiscal year. At Monday's Provincial Narcotics Control Center meeting, officials reported 1,899 drug cases logged since last October. Muang District leads with 917 cases. 20 of its villages are now flagged red zones for both drug use and dealing. Talang District follows with 672 cases, and then Katu District, which includes Patong, with 310 cases. But one day before Monday's meeting, 2 major drug raids underscored this trend. In Mai Khao, in the north of the island, district officers acting without police seized 24,000 meth pills and 2 pickup trucks behind Wat Thachat Chai, arresting 4 men who had ferried the drugs from Nakhon Si Thammarat province. Then, on Sri Suton Road in Talang, a separate team tipped off by residents found 1,073 pills, crystal meth, and ammunition in a rented house, detaining 2 suspects. Both cases are now with local police on charges of possession and intent to distribute Category 1 narcotics. Authorities warn that yaba, methamphetamine pills, remain cheap and ubiquitous, while higher-priced ya ice or crystal meth, along with cocaine, track tourist money, meaning prices spike near Patong and other resort areas. The province will mark Thursday's International Day Against Drug Abuse with public forums and school campaigns, stressing 4 pillars: prevention, suppression, treatment, and community watch. Residents are urged to report suspicious activity via the 191 hotline. Authorities say community tips were crucial in this week's seizures. The goal, they add, is to cut supply before high season and keep Phuket's image and its neighborhoods safe for visitors and locals alike. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
We're back with Chris, head boy at Headstart International School Phuket, who's achieved the remarkable feat of receiving 5 offers to study at Ivy League universities in the US, as well as Stanford. Chris, you've been enrolled at Headstart since preschool. What will you miss about this place when you graduate this month?
The 2 things I'll miss most about Headstart go hand in hand: the high quality teaching and the close-knit community. Headstart's teachers are true educators, open to discussion and discourse, to challenging points of views and listening to others. Of all the university offers, I've chosen to study at Stanford. Their motto, "The winds of freedom blow," reflects a forward-thinking mindset that aligns with the values I've developed at Headstart thanks to my teachers. At Headstart, everyone knows each other, from the teachers to support staff to students and their families, and that's something truly special. Stanford's collaborative culture reminds me a lot of Headstart, and I look forward to continuing my own journey there.
To find out more about Headstart's high-quality academic programs and teaching team, or to arrange a tour, visit headstartphuket.com.
An ambitious plan to honor Phuket's Urak Lawoi Sea Gypsy heritage has become a decade-long cautionary tale of wasted public money and political handoffs. The Banlem Tuke Sea Gypsy Cultural Center on Koh Sireh broke ground in 2010 with a 5.4 million baht budget from provincial funds and the National Thai Kem Keng Stimulus Fund. Touted as Asia's first living museum for the Urak Lawoi community, work halted after 6 months, and the unfinished complex, 4 of exhibition halls and gardens, was handed over to Ratchada Municipality in 2012. A 2017 request for an extra 50 million baht to revive the site disappeared. Today, weeds climb crumbling walls, and locals say that the vacant buildings shelter strays and drug users. Asked this week about a plan, Ratchada Mayor Jirayut Songyot said that he has no records on the center and suggested that the province should decide its fate. He declined to comment on why it was never finished, citing that he was not in office at the time. Phuket MP Chalampong Sangdi calls the structure unsalvageable and proposes razing it for a water storage and pressure pump station to ease chronic shortages, or converting the land into a long-debated drug rehab facility. For now, the quote, living museum remains a dead zone, an enduring reminder of stalled cultural ambitions and public money with nothing to show. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. The search for the missing fisherman is over, as his body was recovered on Tuesday after an intensive search. Late Monday afternoon, a 2-man longtail capsized in the driving rain near Dasak Pier, according to Talang police. A passing boat pulled one fisherman to safety, but 46-year-old Pornchai Pandam disappeared in the choppy current. Volunteer rescuers from the Kusodom Foundation and Marine Police searched through the night, combing mangroves and inlets along the Phuket Coastal Fisheries Research Center. At 11:15 a.m. on Tuesday, they located Pornchai's body, lodged among the mangrove forest at the Banpara headland, roughly 1 kilometer from the accident site. A forensic physician confirms drowning. No signs of foul play were found, and the family accepted the death as accidental before beginning funeral rites. Police are now reminding small boat operators that sudden southwest monsoon squalls can flip even with experienced crews on board. As the monsoon season continues, authorities urge both commercial skippers and weekend anglers around Phuket to treat rough sea alerts as non-negotiable. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday edition of Phuket Extra, brought to you by pbcphuket.com. Join us again tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment, offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.